Now for the latest Battlefield news.
Hey guys, Darkness429 from the Battlefield Podcast with some in-game information. In the last few days, EA and DICE have released a lot of information about the last expansion for Battlefield 3 known as Endgame. DICE also had an interview with EA France, and I'm going to use that clip from YouTube and put it in this video. So stick around and give that a watch. It'll be at the end. So the 4 new map names were released along with some high-res pictures I'm going to put in this video. So we have the names, and we'll go down the list. We'll talk about some of the key features of those maps, and then you guys can kind of decide on your own whether you think that this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Is this going to be a good thing for the Battlefield, or is this going to be a complete bust? So the first name, Operation Riverside. This map is kind of tailored towards infantry-style gameplay. The description that I found for this map is it's more tailored towards the infantry action rather than the all-out vehicle-type battles that we know in Battlefield 3. So for all you infantry players out there, this map is going to be for you. It's really interesting. It's a map designed around an electric plant that has a river flowing through it. So just seeing from the picture, that it definitely seems like it's smaller than some of the other maps. So I can see where vehicles would have a hard time trying to maneuver, while the infantry would have a lot easier time going from point A to point B. The second map, Nebadon Flats. Okay, I just want to say that some of these map names are really odd, so I feel like a lot of people are just going to come up with nicknames, or they're just going to call it Flats. This one is the same map that we saw in the in-game teaser trailer. So we already have an idea of what this map's going to be. It's very flat. It's desert style. We saw that it looked like it was at the end of a harvest season. It had some tractor combines over there. But they say that this map is very flat, doesn't have any type of cover, so fast movement style gameplay is a necessity for this map. So I can see where the dirt bikes will be utilized a lot in this map, whereas infantry movement will be kind of dampened because of just how open you are. You're going to be able to get picked off by helicopters and other vehicles, and even snipers, I feel like. So it's going to be key for you to find a vehicle, move quickly from point A to point B. The next one, Kaiser Railroad. This one we also saw a little bit of a teaser for. In one of the battle log posts, they showed the development of a map in regards to how a dirt bike would kind of play around with the environment. So I'm going to play that in this video as well. This map is themed around a logging industry style setting. What's interesting to this map and very unique is that it has multiple height changes, which can be used to the player's advantage. There's a lot of cover. I can see a lot of trees in this map. There's also, if you look at the picture, there's big log piles stacked up. So I think this one's going to be another small vehicle and infantry styled map. We're not going to have large vehicles running around in this, just because of the amount of cover that will be on this map. And last but not least, Sabalon Pipeline, or I'm just going to call it Pipeline because the first name is really odd. It's another snow map. It was designed to cater both the infantry and vehicle style gameplay. This map looks huge, at least just from the picture that was given to us. They do say, though, that the roads are more narrow and there's not a lot of them. So for a team to control the roads and also the center base, which is this oil refinement plant looking style base, they say that to control the base, you then can control the roads, and then therefore controlling the entire map. They say that holding that base is key to winning a game of Conquest or Capture the Flag, which is one of the game modes coming to Endgame. And that's about it for the maps. It's still a little fuzzy. We haven't gotten to see how many flags are going to be on each map for Conquest, or we haven't seen rush points yet. So hopefully more information as we get closer, because we're only 3 months out. We're only 3 weeks out. We're only 1 month away from Endgame, and hopefully more information will start to roll out as we get closer and closer to the release of the final expansion. The other thing that was released was some information on Air Superiority, which is also touched on in the video coming up. We know that the maximum number of jets in a map is going to be 24, so it's going to be a 12v12, and each player gets a jet. It's not going to be like we saw in Tank Superiority or Armored Superiority, where there was only several pieces of armor per side and everyone else was running around with RPGs or javelins. You're not going to have that problem in this one. Everyone's going to have a jet, and then there's going to be several capture points in the air. And just like in normal conquest, the more players you have around the capture point, the faster you gain the capture point, and then in the end, bleeding out the opposing team. So that's it for me, guys. Like I said, I'm going to play the video from EA France at the end. If you like what we do here at the Battlefield Podcast, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We just broke 1,300 subscribers a few days ago, so that was really big for us. So yeah, like the video. Follow us on Twitter at BF Podcasts. We also have Facebook, facebook.com/Battlefield Podcasts. A lot of the information for the hosts, myself and Ola, are down below. And then leave us a comment. Let me know what we can do better for the videos. If you like the green screen, if you don't like the green screen, keep positive, and we will see you next time.
So we have two new game modes in Endgame. The first is Capture the Flag. This is a return of one of our fan favorites. So the objective of this is for you to attack the other team's base, capture their flag, and return it to your base. The key is, though, when you return the flag, for you to score a point, you need to be holding your own flag, so they need to meet in the same place. One of the great things that we have about Capture the Flag and with Battlefield is we love our vehicles. So you can capture the flag on foot, get into a vehicle on the back of a dirt bike or into a tank for security, and bring it back that way. It's all about speed with the flag. So our second game mode that we're bringing to you is Air Superiority. This is a takeoff of Tank Superiority, which we brought in Armored Kill, but obviously with the jets. So all these people who love our air combat and who love flying around, you're going to enjoy this mode. We're bringing 24 jets, one for each player, 12 aside, into the fray. The way that you win this mode is by holding on to the capture points within the skies. These are depicted by 3 airships. So the more planes that you have in this area, the faster you're going to take down the other team. And then, of course, shoot them out of the skies, because you know that works as well.
With Endgame being the last expansion pack for Battlefield 3, we really wanted to bring something new and exciting back to the community in form of the gameplay, but also in form of the art. So that's why we are adding 3 new vehicle types. We have the anti-air jeeps, the dart bike, and the dropship. The dart bike is a completely new vehicle to Battlefield. We have never done a 2-wheeled vehicle before, and for that we added real physics. So now you can actually lean while you're turning and can do quick stops by sliding. The speed and agility of this bike makes it the perfect vehicle to use in Capture Flag. The 2 new anti-air jeeps are based on the Vomnik and Humvee with anti-air weapons attached to them. We are also adding a new support vehicle to Endgame, which is the dropship, which can deploy both IFVs and the soldiers.
So by far, my favorite feature is the dirt bike. I love this new vehicle that we brought in. The speed and the agility that it brings to the battlefield is immense. We designed all of our maps with the dirt bike in mind, so we have a lot of jumps and hidden scenarios that you can play out in the area. And this has just been the most fun for us while we've been in development. In fact, I would love to see what our community video makers can actually make of this and what they can deliver to us. We love seeing your videos.